Islands of the Marianas are the homeland to the Chamorro people. Today, Guam and the 14 islands of the Northern Marianas are also home to many people from the rest of our island region of Micronesia and also from all over the world. It is the responsibility of all who call the Marianas home to learn about the island's environments and history. As Pacific Islanders, we have limited land area, and our ancestors ensured that the natural resources they depended on were respected and protected, especially for future use and future generations. Guam's forests have provided some of our most precious resources. For centuries, our ancestors have relied on our native forests for food, medicine, building materials, water, and providing habitats for local species. In Guam, wildfires threaten our forest and natural environment, particularly in open savanna vegetation and in areas where the natural environment meets human development, which is known as the wildland-urban interface. Wildfires can destroy the habitat of our native plants and birds and can burn all of the vegetation, exposing bare soil, which can lead to soil erosion and deposition to our near-shore areas, causing harm to our coral reefs that feed our communities. Areas that are burned repeatedly can have such significant losses of valuable topsoil and organic materials that they become severely degraded over time. The loss of trees and topsoil reduces water retention in the system and increases the possibility of runoff and flooding. Wildfires also cause smoke, which impacts the health of our most vulnerable members of our community. The northern portion of Guam is a limestone plateau of uplifted coral, while the southern portion is hilly and of volcanic origin with a lot of open savanna grasslands. The largest and most frequent fires of Guam are in grasslands and open savanna vegetation, but large areas of forest edges are exposed to savanna fires each year. Intense fires kill trees along the forest edges and allow nuisance and invasive grasses to spread, further increasing future fire risk. This is known as the grass fire cycle. Wildfires on average burn nearly 5% of the land area of Guam each year. The percentage of the land area burned each year in Guam is higher than what is typical in other places in the Pacific, and is also higher than the percentage of land area burned each year in the western United States. 2016 marked one of Guam's worst fire seasons. Over 8,000 acres of Guam's land burned throughout 2016, which was more than 6% of the entire island. In 2019, Guam had a heavy rainfall in February due to Typhoon Wutip, which was a short-term relief from wildfire, but it increased down trees, which then also served as a fuel that could burn during the dry season. Although Guam had fewer fires in 2019, the burn area was nearly double the annual average. Several fires, such as the one that burned 715 acres, impacted areas of active reforestation. Fire itself has cultural significance in some of our Chamorro legends and has many practical benefits such as cooking, warmth, and clearing of land. But when fire moves into natural areas where it was not intended, it can harm our natural resources. Early Chamorros lived off the land. They understood the value of taking only what you need and leaving enough for tomorrow and the future. At a very young age, families usually teach us to be very respectful when going into the jungle, halamtano, or to the ocean. Children are taught to ask the ancestors, tautamona, for permission before entering natural areas. This cultural protocol, or the acknowledgement of the presence of the ancestors, is a part of our indigenous insight, or our atota. Our people of Guam have a saying, manhihita, we are together. This demonstrates the cultural value that we are one with the environment, with each other, and with the past and the future. It is well established that what we do on the land can impact the ocean and our coral reefs. How we care for our forests influences the ability of the forest to serve as our watersheds, to provide the habitats of the plants and animals that are only found there, provide for our traditional medicines, and simply the connection to nature we all benefit from psychologically. Threats to our forest, including wildfires, impact the ability of the forests to provide these resources that we depend on as a people. Having this realization that all life is interconnected is powerful in recognizing the impacts we have on our natural resources and how we can change our behaviors for the better of all. Humans are the cause of all of Guam's wildfires. This creates the opportunity that if human behavior is changed, then the occurrence of wildfires can be prevented. The main causes of wildfires in Guam are arson, intentionally set fires with the intent to destroy and burn resources. When fires are set on purpose, this is called malicious intent. Backyard burning of debris, permitted and unpermitted burning of debris, if poorly managed or if weather conditions change suddenly, can cause wildfire. Escaped agricultural fires. Guam has an arson law which enables law enforcement and wildfire investigators to charge individuals for wildfires on forested lands due to arson, negligent burning, and criminal mischief. This helps to hold people accountable for starting wildfires. Prescribed burns are conducted by Guam Forestry under very controlled conditions to prevent uncontrolled wildfires. These are done under careful management, and when weather conditions are right, this requires a permit and coordination. Otherwise, citations can be issued. Here are some of the things that we all can do to help prevent wildfires in our communities. Report forest burning and suspicious activity by calling the fire department at 911. If you see something, say something. Apply for a burning permit from the Guam Fire Department. Avoid burning during dry and windy seasons. Avoid burning on windy days and when the fire danger rating for Guam is moderate, high, very high, or extreme. Do not leave cooking fires unattended. Have conversations with friends, family, and your community about wildfires. Join tree planting events in your community. Guam is our home. Let's all do our part to help preserve and protect Guam's natural and cultural resources for the next generation. Munga Masonge Guahan. Don't burn Guam. Undangku Nasi Yuos Mase. To the partners who provided content, time, and resources to this project.